The White House is once again raising the possibility of U.S. control over Greenland, setting off sharp pushback from Denmark and Greenland's leaders. Why is Greenland suddenly at the center of U.S. national security planning? Thanks for stopping by. We really need your help to reach 1,000 subscribers. Please subscribe. This really helps the Sheepdog Reports. President Donald Trump is renewing his public push to bring Greenland under U.S. control, calling the Arctic island critical to American national security. Greenland is a self-governing territory within the Kingdom of Denmark. It has a population of about 56,000 people, most living above the Arctic Circle. The United States has maintained a military presence in Greenland for more than 70 years. Pituffik Space Base, formerly known as Thule Air Base, has operated under a 1951 defense agreement with Denmark. The base supports missile warning, missile defense, and space surveillance missions for the United States and NATO. In remarks published January 7, 2026, President Trump told reporters aboard Air Force One, "We need Greenland from the standpoint of national security." He described the island as so strategic and said it is increasingly surrounded by Russian and Chinese vessels. The White House later confirmed that Trump's team is reviewing a range of options for making Greenland part of the United States. No formal plan has been released. Officials have not outlined legal steps, timelines, or specific military actions. Denmark's response has been firm. The Danish Prime Minister and Foreign Minister have publicly rejected any idea of U.S. annexation. They warned that attempts to take all or part of Greenland could lead Denmark to reconsider elements of recent defense agreements. Greenland's own government has also pushed back. Officials in Nuuk have stated clearly that Greenland belongs to its people. They say any decision about the island's future must be made by Greenlanders themselves. To understand why Greenland matters, it helps to look at its location. The island sits between the Arctic Ocean and the North Atlantic. It straddles the Guyuk Gap, the sea corridor linking Greenland, Iceland, and the United Kingdom. For decades, NATO has used the Guyuk Gap to track Russian submarines and naval movements into the Atlantic. During the Cold War, U.S. forces in Greenland provided early warning of potential Soviet missile launches. Today, Pituffik Space Base remains the northernmost U.S. military installation. Greenland also holds major natural resources. Geological surveys indicate large deposits of rare earth elements, along with potential oil and gas reserves. Rare earths are essential for electronics, renewable energy systems, and advanced weapons platforms. U.S. and European officials say Greenland's minerals could help reduce reliance on China, which currently dominates global rare earth supply chains. However, mining has been limited by harsh weather, environmental concerns, and a lack of infrastructure. China has declared itself a near-Arctic state and promoted what it calls a Polar Silk Road. Russia has expanded and modernized military facilities across its Arctic coastline. Western security assessments cite these developments, along with melting sea ice and new shipping routes, as reasons the Arctic has become more strategically important. For the U.S. public, Greenland's role connects directly to homeland defense. Early warning systems on the island would be involved in detecting long-range missile launches toward North America. Control of nearby airspace and sea lanes also affects how quickly NATO forces can respond to activity in the North Atlantic. There are economic stakes as well. Future development of Greenland's mineral resources could influence global supply and pricing for consumer electronics, electric vehicles, and defense systems. Debates in Washington, Copenhagen, and Nuuk will shape who controls those projects and how local communities are impacted. Since 1951, U.S. operations in Greenland have been governed by agreements that recognize Danish sovereignty. Denmark is a founding member of NATO, and Greenland's defense arrangements are integrated into alliance planning. Recent years have seen expanded U.S. access to Danish and Greenlandic facilities. Denmark, Greenland, and the Faroe Islands have also launched major investments in Arctic surveillance and maritime patrols. Public opinion surveys suggest many Greenlanders support eventual independence from Denmark. Most polling indicates broad opposition to U.S. control, though exact figures vary by source. Despite the attention, major uncertainties remain. As of January 10, 2026, there is no public U.S. legal framework or operational plan to annex Greenland. There is also no independently verified data detailing the scale of Russian or Chinese naval presence near the island. The timeline and feasibility of large-scale mining remain unclear. NATO has not released a formal position on how it would respond if two member states faced a direct dispute over Greenland's sovereignty. Greenland is at the center of U.S. security planning because its location, military infrastructure, and natural resources play a growing role in Arctic defense, missile warning, and global supply chains. How Greenland's future is decided will shape U.S. security, NATO unity, and Arctic stability at a time of rising great power competition. If facts matter to you, please subscribe for daily verified U.S. and world news. Thank you for watching.